Hello everybody, I'm here with a Singer Heavy Duty 44S model number, and the lady was having issues at the bottom, okay, that if there's, it's called a finger that runs the bottom. You can't see it, it's underneath here, and it has a finger, and the finger's on the actual bobbin casing, and the spring is over here. So if they're not lined up, this will not sew correctly. And another thing, this machine plus 4 other machines, something like it, but a little different, only take the 15Js, okay? You can put a 15 in, and sometimes it runs a little rough, but then what will happen, it'll mess up that finger down in here, okay? So, to me, it's better just to stick with the bobbins at hand, the right ones, okay? And, let me see, I have, oh yeah, she had a deep cleaning done. It had a lot of, let's say, thread and dust bunnies stuck all through it, you know, up and down and everywhere. Her belt is in good condition. Her bobbin tire is fantastic. It's running beautifully, and the whole thing runs. It's a bottom feed from down here. I don't think she gave me this part. I don't think I do, but I'll have to look to make sure I don't have it, but I don't think I have it. It shows you how to thread the bobbin by making sure, like I always say, hold your bobbin this way, have a waterfall. Here, let me show you one with the 15 that she had in it, which is the wrong one. Okay, you want the thread to kind of go towards you. Okay, so now the thread is going towards you like a waterfall. See, waterfall. So when you drop it in, see, now you see that thread, it's going the right direction. Okay, well, actually it goes this way. Waterfall goes this way. This way, so the thread's going that way. So you want the waterfall to face forward and then drop it this way, and then when you put it in, and then you go through the thread thing, you hook it back this way and then back around, and it comes out. Oops. Anyway, but that's a bobbin that goes to a brother, not actual this sewing machine here. It tells you here the type of needle it takes. I went and put a new needle in. Let's see, anything else I did with this? I think basically, and then I just adjusted this, since that's a starchy type of fabric I'm using, or denim, I usually go a little higher. If it's a real soft, lightweight material, you go a little lower, okay? But when you go ahead and you want to move your tension, remember, this tension, the foot has to be down, the needle has to be up to move this so that it will click in. If this is up, this foot's up, it opens up the chambers, which is down in here, then it will mess it up because it won't set right, okay? Let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, this is how you thread it from over here, okay? Then you want to hook it into this little hook, then into the, you know, this is probably where the tension's at because this has got the spring in it. And then you go down this way, okay? Well, you want to make sure the foot is up to make sure it receives that thread. Goes down in here, around, then up. And the uptake is down there, but it's supposed to be up here. And you hook it around that, come back down here to hook it in this, then hook it into the actual needle piece, and then over here into the actual needle, okay? So that makes it easy enough. And then when you're ready to sew, you drop it down. Now this one, the turn on button is over here. Now people always ask me, what is this crazy thing for? Well, when you're doing buttonholes, you can make your stitching a little tighter. So if you want to do tighter, or bigger, you want to do it with a plus. If you want to do it less tighter and you know, more smaller, I would do a minus, okay? Now everybody asks me this one too. What's this crazy thing for? This is your pressure foot, which is here, pressure foot pressure. So right now I have it set for in the middle because I don't need too much for cotton, okay? And this is, so if you need to go like heavier, or you know, like minus and then positive, and if you want pushing it down more, you want to go positive. If you want to go up a little bit, you put it on negative. Okay, so then this is your reverse. Everybody always asks me on sewing machines, where's my reverse? This is your reverse. I know a lot of people think they're over here, but this one's on over here. This is your stitch selector to select any of your stitches here. This is your length. Most of the time that's written, but some of these older ones, if somebody rubs them off, they're not there. But this is the length. This is your width. This is your needle position. I have it in the middle. I prefer it there. It's easier to see it. Then this is your tension. The tension only works when the foot is down. if you're going to move it. Okay, so just remember that. All right. And she had somehow busted this, and my husband took it in his great heart to take super glue and re-glued it back together so it doesn't look broken. It looks a little slanted, but it still works. And but it's already, you know, plugged in, and we're going to listen to it here in a real quickie here. All right, let's go ahead and listen to this one and see how it sews. All right, and then we can reverse it. Got to keep my finger out of the way because I always end up hurting myself, so I put my finger on the reverse. Then you go forward again, like that. And pull this around, like that. And see where I put my finger on it so we can look at it, and it's stitching on the bottom. A lot of people always say, I can't get it to sew, and now we got it to sew again, so now the person's going to be so proud and happy to have her sewing machine. I know, see, you should have the needle down when you go to move it, but I didn't do that, so it looks like it's messed up when you do it that way, but oh well. Anyway, I'm getting it ready for her, so we're going to put the needle down to keep the hub safe. Oh, come on, stay down. There you go. All right. If you have a sewing machine like this, and I'd like to hear from you and what you like to sew and where did you get the sewing machine, or, you know, what you like about your sewing machine. And if you're having an issue with your sewing machine, give me a comment down below, and I'll see what I can do to help you if I can. Well, hopefully you got a little bit out of this sewing machine. Other than that, just make sure when you have a sewing machine like this, it is the 15J. Okay, a lot of people tell me all the time, what do they look like? Okay, I'll show you a comparison here. See, this is what they look like. It's a 15J. It's plastic. They don't make them in metal. I'm sorry, they don't. This is an actual 15. Okay, this is a 15. Okay, a 15 like Kenmore or whatever, and they're just a slightly shorter and a slightly let me see if I can get this to stop and do it, and a slightly smaller, oops, then I go ahead and throw it across the room. And they're slightly smaller. I don't know if you guys can see the difference in that, but they're very slight. But this machine runs so much better with this one than this one. This one here will mess the finger up, and then you end up having issues and can't get the thread to go through. So I found that stick with what it came with. So I helped her and got her a whole bunch of bobbins, so she'll be able to run the sewing machine perfectly. And I hope she gets a lot of use out of her sewing machines. She bring me 2 of them, but I'm only doing this one because I want to make sure people know that stick with the bobbins for the sewing machine. Stick with the right needles, and make sure the finger and the spring are matching. They're setting together. I actually made a video for that, and I'll probably put that on my membership so you can see that there if you want to see that. That's for issues. And then other than this, this is your review of the sewing machine so my customer can see her sewing machine. Well, have a blessed day. Subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you. Okay? Bye-bye.